Now, before you reach for a dictionary, as I interpret it, Eidolon is a fancy word meaning a phantom or an illusion, essentially something that looks real but isn't. And the Eidolon marked another look into the weird and wonderful world of fractal-powered gaming, courtesy of Lucasfilm Games in 1985. You might remember their first crack at it, Rescue on Fractalus. Or possibly even Coronis Rift. If you're struggling to remember those, then you can always check them out on the channel too. You see, the Fractal engine conjured up strangely hypnotic terrains, and the Eidolon takes the prize for best use of fractals in an underground setting. The caves here weren't just moody and mysterious, they were practically brooding. According to one of the finest game manuals ever committed to paper, which I'll also link in the description of the video, you stumble upon a peculiar contraption built by a fellow named Dr. Joseph Vincent Agon. Turns out it's a century-old time and space bending machine, cobbled together by the good doctor in his more productive years, the Eidolon. It still works, miraculously. So after a bit of fiddling with its various bits and bobs, you're whisked away into a vast, eerie network of subterranean caverns. You trundle through these murky tunnels in search of 3 mystical gems, red, green and blue, which, like all important quest items, are protected by disagreeable guardians. As you draw near, your proximity stirs the creatures from their slumber, and they attempt to drain your energy. Let it all run dry, and you'll be unceremoniously ejected back to Agon's sitting room. Curtains. Is it Agon or Agon? I don't know. Thankfully, you're not entirely defenceless. Scattered around the maze are floating orbs of energy in 4 rather fetching colours: red, green, blue and gold. These aren't just for show. Red spheres are your offensive option, essential for zapping dual guardians into oblivion. Blue ones freeze time and can be helpful for catching your breath. Gold gives you a much needed energy top up, and green, well, green's a bit of a wild card. It can transform enemies into something else entirely, which may or may not work in your favour. Upon quickly glancing at the display, you'll notice several key indicators. While the manual provides a full explanation, here's a brief overview. Proximity meter. This shows how close you are to the dragon. Energy meter displays your remaining energy reserve. Time clock shows the remaining time in fractions of a minute. Time counter displays the time left in whole minutes. Level counter indicates which level you are currently on. Fireball indicators shows the available fireball colours. The flashing indicator reveals which colour is currently selected. Power jewels indicators. These light up when jewels have been collected. Direction indicator shows which direction you are facing. All of this is pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. Genuinely, what separated the Eidolon from the usual crop of maze shooters wasn't just the wonderfully eerie graphics or the genuinely unsettling atmosphere, it was the underlying strategy. You're not simply zapping things at random. Each dragon requires a specific combination of gems and energy spheres to defeat, and each encounter becomes a sort of puzzle boss battle. Time is tight, energy is finite, and only the clever survive. Technically, I think we'll pretty much all agree that the Eidolon was leagues ahead of its time. The fractal rendered environments aren't just visually striking, they invoke a real sense of depth and claustrophobia. Combine that with a minimal but effective soundtrack and unsettling creature designs, and you have one of the most atmospherically rich titles of its era. Most maze games stuck you in something that looked like a multi-storey car park rendered in Lego. But here, the caverns definitely feel properly underground and were winding, shadowy and dripping with moody ambience. The movement's smooth too, even if it obviously looks a little on the slow side, but it had none of that clunky 90-degree corner turning nonsense. Once you've had your mitts on a jewel, you head to the far end of the cavern where a statue of a dragon awaits. Get the jewel colour right and it springs to life. Then it's a case of unleashing the right cocktail of energy spheres to put the beast back down. Sure, it can be punishing, And yes, the controls take a bit of getting used to, but stick with it and you'll find a haunting, rewarding journey that's far deeper than it looks on the surface. So, in summary, I'd say that the Eidolon was more than just another maze game. It's a dive into something stranger, darker, and far more intriguing than it first appears. What are we saying then? Big thumbs up? Yeah, go on then. Big thumbs up. Thanks for watching guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you agree that this game was deserving of a big thumbs up. Did you have this as a kid? And if so, did you ever reach the final dragon on level 8? Fair play to you if you did, but be sure to share your experience in the comments. Also, check out other Lucasfilm games on the playlists along with all of the other game publishers for the Commodore 64, where you can find your favourite games easier than ever. There's still plenty more to come, and hopefully you'll consider subscribing and joining me on this epic journey down memory lane. In fact, let's go straight into another one right now. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Until then, bye for now.